Hi, this is Anna with Anna D. Scratch and Crafts. I did up this dragon last year. Always wanted to do a unicorn to go with him. This, that, and the other thing happened, never got around to it. So what I'm going to do is take this bare little canvas and turn it in to the unicorn to go with my dragon. So let's watch the journey and have fun. And remember, I'm not a professional artist. Anybody can do this. It's fun. I tell you where to get the equipment and kind of show you some of the steps of what I do. But it's your imagination. You can go with whatever you want and do whatever you want. Going to start off with the blank canvas. Well, sort of blank. I went ahead and penciled in my little unicorn. This gives me an idea. Kind of like the head here, little rose here, greenery off. Only did the one side because once I've got sort of the design here, I know what I'll do on the other side. And sort of penciled in mountains in the back. Again, that may change once I start getting into it. But this gives me, like, the rough idea of what I want to do. And we'll get started with painting. All I'm going to do to start out with is I got a little gray here. I'm just going to outline. And I'm using a light gray so it'll kind of stand out, but it's light enough that I can paint over it should I want to change the color. But this gives me the outline. A little thicker down here because this will be sort of a shadow area. And then back to the thin line. And basically that's what this is. It's kind of a shadowy area. More gray. This one not as thick because it's on the other side. Nostrils. And the mouth. Like I said, I'm just outlining at the moment. These colors may change. And the eye. Now you may notice, like I said, kind of supplies. This is dollar store stuff, so it's not costing you a whole lot. Basically, I picked this size canvas up, which is an 8 by 9, I think, or an 8 by 10. Yeah, an 8 by 10. The brushes, pick up a pack of different sizes for the $1.25. And this one wasn't quite thin enough, so I don't know if you can tell or not. If I come up closer, don't know. I clipped. I've actually got more than one pack of these things. So I cut this down so I've got less bristles to work with. And I think that's starting to dry up a little bit. I've got my little container water, because these are water-based, so they clean up in water. Got my little paper towel to dry it off with. I do want it just a tiny bit wet. And since that's hair, it'll be a different color. I will leave that alone. We'll come out with the body a bit more down here. Start working off to the back. Little continuity change, but I figured I hadn't told you guys what I'm using. The canvas, an 8 by 10. It's a dollar store buy. Picked it up for $1.25. So if I mess it up, I'm not ruining too much. I'm not a professional artist. I have just simply little disposable cups filled with a little soapy water for cleaning. What I'm using is acrylic, which is water-based paint. Now that I did pick up as a package deal from Amazon, Walmart, whatever, any of those sites. You can even pick up some colors at the dollar store. Now you can pick up a palette for doing your colors, but what I'm using is an old Malmic plate. It's got a little chip on it someplace, so it's not used for eating anymore, but because it's that plastic, it washes off easily, so I can put my colors on it. You can see here I put a little bit of the gray that I'm using right now, and when I'm done, I just simply take the towel, wet it down, wipe it off, cleans up. And that's it. The brushes, I forgot about those. Again, picked them up at the dollar store. They have little packets that have different sizes in it, and for somebody who's just starting and playing around, that works. This one was a little too big. Yeah, I think you can see there where it's got that little notch on it. It's because I cut the bristles down. I wanted a thin one to do line work, and none of them they gave me were small enough. And I bought more than one pack, so I took one of them and I cut it down to be a thin little line brush. Only need a few hairs. So those are the materials. Now you have seen that what I have done is I have penciled in the design. It's a basic rough design. And of course you saw me start putting in some of the gray. So we're ready to go. Now I will outline the unicorn horn. And that will be the last thing I'm going to do. That filming. Because I'm not going to show you every single step of filming. even speed it up, that would be a very long, drawn-out process. So we'll come back as I've done some work, and I'll show you some more. Got the pink in. I'll move this out of the way on the body. And you'll notice that I have covered up some of the lines, but I left some as part of the shading. And this is kind of the first coat. I'll see what it looks like when it dries, because I may want to do a little bit more pink in here. I think that's too much shading. A little too much in there. This I want to leave shaded. That looks about right. And I added some shading down in here. And of course I've gone around the flowers. Now some of them, like you can see here, I went in, but that's all right. I wanted to make sure the pink was there. I can always cover it up with the green later. Just like here, I'll probably have some hair covering that, but at least the pink's underneath it in case anything shows through. And if you had noticed on my pencil drawing, I had eyelashes here, totally covered it because the eyelashes are going to be very, very light and a little hard to get the pink in between them. So I just went ahead and covered them completely. So like I said, I'm going to let this dry and then go back and put some more pink and highlights where needed. What I've done is just put some background in for the mountains I'm going to do and put the pink in for my excuse me, unicorn, and kind of started up. Again, this is just background colors. And my next step then is, again, just a background color to kind of fill in. I will be doing the meadow here. It may take a little bit more to cover up that. But again, this is not final. This is just background color to it. And I will continue filling that in for the rest of this. And I finished applying the background colors. Got a little bit more of the background done. I changed my mind what I was going to do here. I just did a kind of a rainbow. I finished up some more of, or finish up the rest of the leaves across. You saw I had this done over here. And I went ahead and did kind of the same thing over on the other side. Not exact, but close. Heighten the color down here. Now I still need to fill in the flower. Of course, the eyes. And I'm going to redo the mane with some more colors. This is just my blocked in. And then, of course, the mountains, I need to do some color shading. And I think I'll change the color of the sky. Finish the painting. Like that. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but I like it. It'll go up next to my dragon. A lot of colors, that's what I like. And like everything I do, I keep changing it until I say done. And although I can go back and do more on this one, I am done. I will stop. I did put in the sky, like I said. Little color. A little bit of hint of clouds. The mountains, very basic. Kind of a hint of forest in them. A little snow on the peaks. And I really didn't want a meadow. I like the kind of rainbowish colors surrounding the unicorn. And I finally finished up the rose. Decided to do it in blues. So, quite little project start to finish. kind of proves that anybody can pick up a paintbrush and do something. Just enjoy yourselves. Let your creativity flow. So wherever you're at, have a good evening, good day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And if you enjoyed my video, please press the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and the notification bell so you know when my next video is out. Thank you.